Hello, this is going to be a walkthrough video of our free earnings tracker and performance dashboard for webcam models. So we released this a few months ago as there wasn't really anything like this available for webcam models to use. So we thought it'd be a useful tool for people to have. So in this video, I'm just going to walk through the tool, how to get it set up as quick and as easy as possible, and how you can use it to get the most out of it. So first page is just a README page. You can just get the text versions of some simple instructions on how to get this set up and how to get started, some formatting notes, which I'm going to go through in this video anyway, and a link to our website where you can find more resources and tools and useful information. So this is just a simple Google Sheet. So there'll be a link in the description where you can click, make a copy of this, and then you can have a blank version where you can begin to input your data. So you can see here we have some data already input into this one, but when you make your copy, it'll be completely blank and ready to go. So this is the dashboard. If I just zoom out and give a full view, this is where you can get an overview of all of the key earnings metrics for the year and month by month. And you can see where you are currently in terms of your weekly goals, monthly goals, what kind of distribution you have with the earnings between the different sites. And then you can get a visual overview of how you're performing for the year so far. So I'll come back to the dashboard at the end. I'll show you how to get this all set up first. So the first tab you're going to want to look at is the Sites tab. So this tool allows you to track 3 token sites. So you don't have to track 3, but you can track up to 3. So if you only stream on 1 or 2 sites, you can just enter 1 or 2 here. That's no problems. And then what you can do is you can enter the unit name and the USD per unit. So you can see for these 3 sites here, I've just got the units, the unit that the site uses, and then how many, what that's worth in dollars here. So you have to start by inputting this information here. Then our goals tab is where you can set your goals. So you can put your weekly hours, your monthly hours, how much you want to earn per stream, how much you want to earn per week, per month, and your target for your hourly, your dollars per hour. So when you input this data here, this will affect the formatting and the dashboard overview, so you can see how far or how close you are to hitting these goals. Schedule. So this doesn't really have an effect on any of the other pages in the tracker, but this is just a useful place where you can come and put your schedule, so you can keep everything in one place and all together. So all you do is tick the days that you're working, untick the days you're not working, input the start, input the end time, and then you just get a quick summary here of the weekly hours, monthly hours, and how many days you're on, how many days you're off. And then the log. So this is where you actually input the data. So on the left, simple start date, start time, end time. And then for each of the sites, you just select the site. So this will pull the data from the Sites tab. You just select the site, enter the earnings in the site units, and then that will convert it to the dollars amount based on what you have put as the USD per unit here. Same for the other sites. So like I said, if you're only streaming on 1 or 2 sites, then you don't need to fill the other 2 columns out. You can just leave it with 1 site. And then on the right hand side, then you'll get a summary of per stream. So you'll get the total dollars made in that stream and the dollars per hour as a total combined of the 3 sites that you've entered the data for. And then this is where the goals come in, because if you have your goals set on the goals tab, this will format these cells accordingly. So pink means the goal wasn't met, blue means that the goal was met. So you can get a quick overview of how often you're hitting these goals, how often you're not. So then if we go back to the dashboard, this is where we just get, like I said, an overview of everything that we've input. So same here, you can see pink and blue cells formatted. So pink cells for goals that weren't met, blue cells for goals that were met, so you can get a quick overview of how you're doing month by month and whether you're hitting your goals. Same here, you can see how far or how close you are to hitting the goals that you have set, and an overview of the hours and the dollars per hour for the week and for the month. Then a breakdown of where your earnings are coming from site by site. And that is the dashboard. So like I said, last thing to mention actually is you have the year selected here. So this tool works year to year. So you don't need to create a new instance of this for each calendar year. You can just continue to input the data into the log. Well, you can create a new instance if you want, but you don't have to. So you can continue to input the data into the log, and then you'll just be able to select which year you want to view the data for here. And then you can see that the sheet will dynamically update depending on which year you have selected here. So that is the tool. Like I said, it's a simple tracker, but it's really effective. If you're not tracking your earnings, then you have no way to see what's working, see what's not working, see where you need to improve, see what goals you're hitting and what goals you're not hitting. So what gets measured gets improved, basically. So hopefully this tool is useful for you. Like I said, if you want a copy of the tool, there's a link in the description. If you have any problems using it or you want any help getting it set up, then there's an email in the README page, or you can just leave a comment on the video and I'll get back to you. So hopefully this is helpful, and I hope you have a great week.